Well, it is such a beautiful day today. We decided to get out of the gym for our workout tips with Paul Hemsworth from Hemsworth Strength and Wellness. Today we're going to concentrate on abs and get everyone looking good in a bathing suit. Let's go find Paul and see what he has in store for us. Well, Paul, this session is especially important to me because in 2 weeks I have to be walking around in a bathing suit, so it's all about the abs.
It's all about the abs today, so we're going to take it to the ground outside. Nice day today, so thought we'd get outside and do some core work.
Okay, I'm going to get you to show me how to do it first.
All right, so the first one, we're going to come onto the mat here, and we're going to take a push-up position, and then from there, you're just going to lift one leg at a time, just to start. So you're trying to keep your hips level, and then we're going to go to the arms. So lifting one arm, the other one, and then if you're feeling courageous, you can go one arm, one leg, and this is the hardest one, and down.
So obviously balance is a huge part of this.
Yes, yeah. So everything starts from the spine.
Okay.
So take push-ups, yeah, and a little wider stance, so get a nice base, good. And then you're just gonna keep the spine nice and long here, and then one at a time, just lift one leg for a second, and then back down. That's good, just a little bit off the ground. You don't have to go too high. And then now you can go to an arm. So one arm.
Same side?
Yeah. Oh, you did both, good.
Okay.
Other side. Good stuff. So what you're doing is you're just stabilizing the spine while it's trying to get put out of like a flexion or an extension. So you're stabilizing from the core first.
So I was just going to say, so you're supposed to be holding your stomach in.
Exactly. Well, tight and wide. Yeah. Good. Well done. You're a pro already.
I'm kind of surprised. I was expecting to fall over.
Must be all the training you've been doing so far.
Yes. So how many of these am I supposed to be doing?
Well, basically we do maybe like 30 seconds worth and try and do it as slow as you can. But what you're trying to do as well is just not tilt your hips too much. Okay, so just try and not move it. Good. And that's good. Nice work.
Well, this one's a little different. We're sitting on the ground.
Yeah, sitting on the ground on your back. We're going to do some leg lowerings now. So these are basically moving the legs to try and keep the spine in a neutral position. Okay.
So I have to keep my spine pressed to the ground.
Well, you want to keep it neutral. So there's a little bit of an arch there under your lower back. You want to keep that preserved. You're not pushing down into the mat, but you're keeping it from really rising up. So you're going to bring the legs up, try and keep them as straight as you can, and then start to lower them slowly with control. And then really tighten here until there's a big arch that comes, and then you bring it back. Good.
Okay, well you can really tell when your back starts to arch.
Right, so this is trying to put your spine in hyperextension, and you're trying to avoid that with your core.
What part of your abs is this working? Lower,
everything.
Everything?
Yeah,
okay,
because
so
you're working 360 degrees around your spine. So it's not just one area that works. Usually with your abdominals, it fires all the way through.
Okay, now is there a way to make this harder?
We can actually bring the arms up, and as you lower the legs, you're going to bring the arms back, and that's going to try and get you into more of an extension. Yeah, good.
Okay.
And if you had a little ball or something to even make it harder with some weight, you could pull the ball back with your hands.
Okay, that made it much harder.
Good, nice work.
Well, Paul, it amazes me how many exercises there are in the plank position.
Yeah, there's a lot. We're going to do another one called the plank rotation. So you're going to go from a front plank to a side plank, okay? And you're going to lead with one elbow and try and rotate right to the side. And you're going to try and keep your shoulders, so your ribs and your hips together. So now you're going to rotate back, swivel your feet with you. And you're trying not to open up your upper body outside of your lower body. You're trying to keep it all together.
Okay, now your feet are supposed to move?
Yeah, they can swivel and just bridge up a little higher here so you're nice and tall. Good.
Okay, now how many of these you're supposed to do?
About 3 per side. Good. And then rotate back. We'll try the other side. Try not to move the hip first. So you're going to lead with the elbow.
Oh, okay.
So your hips don't swivel first. So your hips stay.
So you got to lift your arm up and then go.
And then go. Good. And then we'll do one more. So this is rotational stability.
And what is this working?
Again, we're looking at pretty much everything, as you can probably imagine and feel right now. We're looking at 360 degrees of spinal stability of all the core muscles.
So that's one thing about planks, they do work a lot.
They work a lot, including your legs as well.
Okay.
Nice work. You're a pro.
Well, Paul, one thing when you're doing all these ab exercises, what is the one thing you think people need to think about when they're doing the exercises?
Well, the one thing is trying to keep the spine in a neutral position as much as possible, but also like in terms of if you're trying to develop good abs, It really doesn't matter how many core exercises you do. If you're not taking care of your nutrition, it's not going to matter, because abs have to do with body composition more than the actual exercise.
So don't go out and do a bunch of abs and then go and eat a bag of chips.
Exactly, yeah. You still have to actually lift a lot of weights as well, so heavy weightlifting is going to be your best core exercise as well.
And the thing I've learned the hard way is that abs are not an easy muscle to define or to get.
No, and again, I can't stress enough with the nutrition how important that is. So.
Now, this week we showed everyone how to do some exercises. You can do them anywhere, outside, in a gym, anywhere. What are we going to do next week?
Next time we're going to have a little bit of equipment involved. So we'll have some cable machines, maybe some medicine balls as well. And so this is kind of more, if you don't have any equipment, next week, if you're in the gym and you have access to equipment, I'll show you what you can do.
Okay, great. So if you'd like any more information on anything we did today, you can contact Paul through his website. Stay tuned, there's lots more coming up on Shaw TV.